Okay everyone, welcome. This is going to be your core assessment. Okay, so here we're going to be looking at your core strength and we're going to be assessing it by doing a plank routine to time. So this is just going to be a 4-minute routine which then we can repeat later on to make sure the exercises that we've introduced are actually making a difference to your strength of your abdominals. And like, we don't need to keep on saying how strong your abdominals are really makes a massive difference to your posture, the way that you move, and increases your biomechanics, reducing injury, but also your ability to perform and protect your back and other vital areas, which allows us to just move and enjoy movement so much more. So this test will work out the core and your abdominals, but also gives us a really good baseline so that we can move forward and onto it. So what I need you to do is I want you to grab a mat, okay, or something to rest your elbows on, because you're going to be down in the plank position for a little while, and also a timer. So just grab your phone or some other sort of timer that you know when the time's up, that you can measure that length of time. So whenever you fail is when the time finishes, and a failure means that either you have to put an arm down on the ground or that your hips drop so low that it's unsafe in that position, that your lower back starts to hurt, your core is fatigued, and you have to drop down onto your knees. That would be the timeout. You just record that time, how long ever you lasted, and then we make a note of that, and then we can see if we've improved in the next couple of weeks or so. So what we're going to do is grab the mat, make sure you're all ready. So if you need to pause the video, do so, and then grab a timer so that you can follow along with this one. I'm going to go through all the workout with you, that 4 minutes, so that you can follow along with this one. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come down. I'm just going to explain a little bit of the technique of the plank, so everyone's in the right position. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down onto your elbows, and we're going to make sure that our elbow is underneath our shoulder. Okay, so it's not way out here and it's not way down here. We want to be directly underneath that position. Okay, when we do lift up into the plank position, I want you to tense the glutes up. Okay, so you need to make sure that your glutes are nice and tense, and this means that you just twist the pelvis into the right position so that you're working your abdominals a little bit harder. Okay, and it also means that less pressure goes onto the lower back. Also, we're just going to maintain the height in the hips that little bit more than completely horizontal. If you drop right down to horizontal and a little bit lower, then we can put a little bit of strain on the lower back, which we don't want to do during this assessment. Okay, right then, so let's get cracking. Grab yourself a mat, you've got the timer, follow along with me, write down the time. Whenever you fail, feel free just to hop back into the routine once you caught your breath, even after failure, to make it a little bit of a workout as well, so you can just jump back in and give the exercise a little bit of a go and a practice as you go through. Right then, so let's hit this. So first minute in plank position for me, and we're going to start in 3, 2, 1 and hold the plank. Okay, so we're going to be nicely in that position. I'm squeezing my glutes slightly, I'm elevating my hips a little bit higher than horizontal, so I'm not way down here. Okay, I'm just pushing those hips up that little bit higher, and I'm keeping my elbows underneath my shoulders, and I'm taking some nice deep breaths once I finish talking. So we're just in that position, and this is really good just to start to activate those abs, making sure that they're working hard. That's the first 30 seconds done. We just squeeze those glutes and make sure that we're working all the time in that good form. In a second, we're going to lift up the right arm and hold it out in front of you. Okay, and we're just going to do that for 15 seconds, followed by the left arm for 15, and then we're going to move on to the legs. Okay, so get ready, and we're going to do 5 seconds, 3, 2, 1, lift up the right arm and hold. So you can see that I've twisted my pelvis slightly. I'm trying to fight it back into position, so I'm keeping as straight as I possibly can for those 15 seconds. So in 3, 2, 1, we swap sides and we out and we hold. And we're holding that pelvis nice and still. Try not to swing too much. Keep it out in front of you. Hold that arm as far away as you possibly can. And then we're back down and we lift up the leg now. So the right leg comes up in the air. Doesn't matter if you picked up the left, we'll just do the other side anyway. and we're just going to hold that there for 15 seconds. Good. 3, 2, 1, and swap sides. The other side comes up. Now in a second we're going to lift the left leg and the right arm. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and swap sides. So sorry, I lifted up my left arm and my right leg. Whatever was down on the ground before, we just give it a little bit of rest. This time it's 30 seconds holding in that position. So we just take some nice deep breaths. We keep fighting it, we keep holding it. If you failed already, then don't worry. Grab a couple of deep breaths and jump back in and finish this workout out. So this Superman is really testing, and that's 30 seconds. Swap sides, well done. Okay, we extend that arm out, we try and level the pelvis off as much as possible, and we hold it there for that 30 seconds. 20 seconds to go. Nice deep breaths. Stay nice and neutral. Keep that shoulder over that elbow. 10 seconds. And then for our last minute, we're just going to hold this plank now for the last remaining minute in a neutral position now. Okay, so we're just going to do one more minute holding this plank position to fight it all the way to the end. See if you can make it for that full 4 minutes of this test. So we hold that pelvis up in the air, we're squeezing those glutes, we make sure the shoulders are staying over the elbows, we don't let the the hips drop, we're just keeping it up there. Keep those abs nice and braced. Okay, we're going for the last 30 seconds now, so we're almost there. And this is a great assessment, and we can retest later to see how well our strength training for our core is going. 10 seconds, almost there. 5 seconds, and rest. Whew, fantastic. Okay, so you made it for the full 4 minutes. If you didn't, then worry about it, because our training program is really going to be designed a lot around the functional core strength of this anti-rotational stuff. So write the time down where you got to, okay, and then you can come back and revisit this test again and see if our core strength is starting to improve. Good luck with it, enjoy it, and we'll speak soon. Take care.